A lot of people have been asking me why I think so many millennials and Gen Z folks are getting into off-grid living, homesteading, van life, that kind of stuff. So let's talk about it. You ever been in a relationship with a liar? I mean, like a dyed-in-the-wool, lies about stupid things, habitual liar. I mean, the ones that can't even help themselves. The relationship goes a little something like this. They tell you a lie, you question the lie. They tell you another lie to cover that lie up. You question it, and when it becomes abundantly clear that they can no longer lie to you, they attack you or your character to anyone who will listen. That also describes the relationship between our society as a whole and the younger generation. The older generations basically destroyed the economy, strip mined all of the future wealth and opportunity, as well as, and most importantly, hope, through their voting practices both politically and with their wallets through investments in what they valued. They also gave away a ton of their personal liberties in exchange for convenience and security right now, not even taking into consideration what that was going to mean for future generations. All the while, they told the younger generation all they had to do was get good grades, go to college, get a good job, and they too will have the American dream. They'll be able to buy a house, start a family, put money aside for retirement, and live the good life. That was a lie. When the younger generation, with almost infinite information at their fingertips to look up facts, started to question it, and it became clear to society that they could no longer perpetuate that lie, society went on the attack. They called them lazy, and they said that it was because they bought avocado toast and lattes every day that they were never going to have anything in the future. And then one day, they were on the internet and they came across a tutorial for how to grow avocados, how to make your own sourdough bread, how to steam milk. And they realized they could make their own avocado toast. And they could make their own lattes. And they didn't have to work all day and night just to make enough money to afford to keep a roof over their head and still afford to pay for a couple of the things that they felt made life worth it. So they started looking for a different path forward. They found and followed people like my friend the Greenwich Homestead, who teaches you how to grow all your own food without having to buy a bunch of that chemically tainted stuff you get at the store. They found and followed people like my friends at B&R Homestead, who teach you how to raise chickens and bake your own sourdough bread. And they found and followed people like me, who teach you how to acquire land for a fraction of the cost that it takes to live in an apartment piled on top of 100 other people who are in the same position, while also teaching you how to make your own solar array and live off the grid. They set out to learn how to provide for themselves without having to fall for the lie that they've been told their whole life. Here's the thing about a liar. Their lies only work so long as you don't seek out and find the truth. And that society requires your dependence and reliance to stay relevant. The younger generations may not want to work their entire lives away without a glimmer of hope just to make up for the mistakes and misdeeds of their mothers and fathers. And society, at its most defensive, can call them lazy for that. But two things that they are not is quiet and stupid. In the last couple of years, they started hearing that they didn't have to be reliant or dependent either, and that got their attention. So I think that is why they look to creators in the off-grid living and homesteading world and ask how. And I, for one, I'm going to do everything I can to answer that question. And honestly, I can't wait to see what they do with everything else that they find out.